Well, folks, we made it to Friday, and well done for getting through this week. It's been a good week for us trading-wise, and I'm hoping this will end up pretty well today as well. Everything's pointing in the right direction. So let's go through some of the trades that we're in, and this is going to be a super quick update. I always say that, and it's always a little bit too long, so I'm really going to concentrate on this. We'll try and spend 30 seconds on each chart. So this is natural gas, and well, we're still long. Nothing's changed since my last sort of outlook on this. We're still aiming for that sort of circle at the top there, at around about 365 to 370, maybe 380, potentially even $4. I'm not too sure if we'll get through there on the first attempt. This will actually be the second attempt, so maybe the third attempt. So if we just zoom out on the weekly chart and have a look at this sort of more deliberately, there you can see that's the most simplistic form of this chart I can put up. We've got a very clean, neat channel. It's only been touched a couple of times on each side. Normally with a channel, you'd like to see several touches of each side before a breakout conclusively one way or the other. So I'm expecting either a breakout through the top or a breakout through the bottom. I think the top's more likely, but normally with this sort of channel, one would get multiple tests, and I think that's more likely. Maybe just go long, clean out some of the positions that are holding, or entered new long positions just to stop them out, and then back down, back into the channel again. Whether we get to the bottom of the channel again or not, I don't know. Bear in mind, we've only had 2 touches at the top, and we've had 2 touches at the bottom. You might want to call that 3 touches at the bottom if you include this little dip over here. But really speaking, we've just had 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top, and normally you'd get 3 or more before a channel breakout. So that's why I don't think we'll get through here on this first occasion. With that in mind, I'll be looking to exit my long position in that zone up there, just below or around the 200 period moving average on the weekly chart. And then I'll immediately enter a sell position on a reversal signal at that level. That's my overall plan, I think, for natural gas for the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, so I spent a little bit more time on natural gas than I wanted to, so we'll skim through some of the others. We have nothing on sugar. We have nothing on cotton. In general, I think this year might see a bit of a bounce in commodities, so I'm watching them all. We've got sugar, cotton, soya. I'll be looking to buy dips on soya. I put a tweet up on X on that this morning. Wheat, I still think we could see some downside before bouncing. I'm not going to do a detailed review on this right now, but there's the overall chart, and I'm aiming for somewhere in this pink zone or perhaps even this green zone at the bottom. This is the US wheat futures chart. Cocoa and London cocoa, I'm looking to continue to sell. We've been selling this for a long time, taking profits on the dips on London cocoa. This is US cocoa, and I'm still looking to sell this into rallies and sell London cocoa into rallies if we get a chance later on today. The target for US cocoa is way down here, as you can see, and the target for London cocoa is similar. We're long on XBIT, the biotech stock, that moved down a little bit yesterday. It hasn't moved much. I think that's going to be a slow uptick overall. And then WT oil, we're long on this as well. That's holding up rather nicely, a little bit better than I expected. So we've broken out through the top of this descending channel, and we need a daily close there today. Yesterday we didn't quite close above it. Today we might have a chance. The path we're looking for on WTI is this overall path. So if we get up into the early 80s, I'll be looking to sell WTI for a move down into the low 60s and maybe even the 50s. Going across to this chart, 10-year yield, nothing to say on that. VIX, I think generally a long position on VIX is not a bad idea. Bitcoin, a pump and dump after the announcement by the SEC to allow Bitcoin trading in ETFs across a variety of different types of instruments and different suppliers. You can see we spiked up to the 61.8% Fibonacci level, the golden pocket, and immediately fell back down again. I'll be looking potentially to add further shorts to this and spikes up today. I think Bitcoin could get down to 40,000 over the next few days. That's where the 50-day moving average is. And potentially we could get even lower into the 30,000s, maybe 38 or 35,000. In sympathy with that Bitcoin play, we also sold Coinbase yesterday, and that's moved down, breaking up a little bit after the announcement, the day after really, and then collapsing down. This is a 1-hour chart. If I go to the day chart, you can see a massive move down yesterday, breaking down through that channel line. We didn't get to the top of the channel like I thought we would, but we managed to get short anyway. And the end result was a 12% drop on this name, on this instrument yesterday, and we're in that quite nicely. Quickly going across the stocks, I think we could start to look again to short NASDAQ at these levels, and I'm looking for a pop today, perhaps up into this red zone, maybe even slightly higher than this recent peak, and then a move back down to the bottom of the channel. I think we might need to clear out a few more short hands by breaking this recent all-time high, so I'll be watching very closely for that, looking to sell that potentially today into the red zone. Maybe it's a free fall Friday today, who knows? Nothing on S&P, nothing on Microsoft. All the stocks came off yesterday with that big spike up and down. Nvidia, we got short into this zone here. Apple, I don't know, we're holding at the support, but we've also got resistance and gaps above us, so really a bit iffy at the moment. And Tesla, I'd like to sell if we get pops up into about $230 to $234. Finally, currencies. Well, these are 4-hour charts. We're long on the euro. That's just holding firm, but not looking great. We're short on the dollar yen, now beginning to top and move lower, which is great. And we're short on the Swiss yen, which is also trying to top and move lower. And we're moving down to this 4-hour channel. There's the 50-day moving average on the 4-hour. We've broken beneath the 20 period. That's a good start. We've got the channel bottom, the 50 period, and a little bit further to go before we get into these next supports. Have a fantastic trading today, folks. I'll see you in the next video. And if you enjoy this, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Take care.